ASAP Mob is a family. ASAP Mob is unity. ASAP Mob is the new generation of a broadened horizon. ASAP Mob is above everything. ASAP Mob is always striving and prospering. That means whatever you are interested in or whatever you do or whatever you're passionate about, be your best at it. Trouble of the world. So how trouble is find me? Why trouble? First and foremost, this is AP TyY, aka the Black Travis Pastrana. You already fucking know. Skirt! I can say just my childhood friends, just my peers, the day-to-day people I speak to. I'm inspired by rappers like Tupac. I'm inspired by rappers like Biggie. I'm inspired by rappers like Nas, Jay-Z. And a lot of good music that's out too. I'm inspired by, but most of the greats I'm kind of inspired by. Everybody now, and I just look at it as competition. So that's what it really is. Well, basically, like, we all grew up in Harlem. We all, like, shared joint ventures with each other. We all, like, had the same drive. We was all creative. We all was into fashion. We was all into music. It was just a lot of things that brought us all together. But we all grew up all in walks of the streets of New York City. Like, you know what I mean? From Soho to Uptown to the Bronx to Queens to Brooklyn. Like, we just migrated. We all was childhood friends. We all grew up together. Most importantly is I want to feel the energy. I like to see the type of impact I can make on people. Whether it's them screaming back, whether it's them chanting, whether it's them raising their hands in the air, whether they march, whatever reaction I can get for the crowd is what I mostly enjoy and focus on when I'm on the stage. Like, and just doing a good show and making people go home like, that motherfucker killed it. That experience was overwhelming. That experience was crazy because it just felt like a new chapter that I seen my brother. It was a new chapter. It was like a new beginning, and it just felt like it was a new opening. And it was like I was just sitting back, just looking like wow, like one of my brothers really made it. And if you listen to the words through the song, like he's talking, he's really preaching to the people. He's really preaching to the people. And it was just an overwhelming set overall. I had to sit back and just look like, damn, this is really happening. I think Harlem is a culture that would never die down. You know what I mean? I think when you think of Harlem, you think of authentic. You think of New York City, you think of authentic. You know what I mean? The greats came from here. You know what I mean? So it's something that you're going to always channel your interest to. And Harlem is just a crazy culture that's just changing through the days. Like, you know what I mean? Harlem is not even what Harlem used to be 10 years ago. Harlem is not what Harlem used to be 20 years ago. So it's still changing and changing and changing. But you're going to always look for a substance to find out of Harlem. Harlem is where you look for original. Harlem, if you want to find original, you go to Harlem. A lot of swag comes from Harlem. Understand that. Stop swagger jacking. I would say I always was fascinated by bikes. I could say it started in my childhood life. I used to ride pedal bikes. I remember like ripping posters out of the magazines and putting them on my wall, like dance competition. I was into a bunch of BMX dudes like Matt Hoffman, Dave Mirra. The list goes on. It's a couple of people, but then as I got a little older, I started like watching like videos, and one specific group of people that inspired me the most, I could say, was like Rough Riders. That was very big coming up from New York City, and at the time I never could probably really could afford a bike at the time. So I remember like I used to like put these little plastic bottles on the back of my tire and used to ride fast to make my bike sound like it was a bike. I'm talking, this was like when I was around, I could say maybe like 11, 12. Once I got about like 15, 14, and my mom wasn't trying to give me a bike, and I was hustling at the time, and I was able to buy my own bike. And once I purchased my bike, I never looked back since. And that's what put me into the bike life coaching. Some of the best people I done met was people that rode bikes. So this was something that carried me before rapping carried me. I was in these places meeting these people about bikes before they was ever even hearing my music. So bike life people, or people that's in the culture of bike life, it's the people that I could feel was like my first supporters. Because we all had a passion for just riding. It wasn't about nothing we was going through. A bunch of people have so many problems, certain things, and it was like when you was riding your bike, it felt like it was a stress reliever. So we shared that bond. When you go to other places in other states and other countries, it was other people that can relate to that, whether you was white, black, Hispanic, it didn't matter. Once you can ride that bike, that's all that it was about, and we became a unit. I'm comfortable in anything, so that's first and foremost, you know what I mean? A lot of these motherfuckers ain't comfortable in the shit they wearing, you know what I mean? They got motherfucking stylists dressing them up like motherfucking mannequins looking stupid. That's the problem, you know what I mean? A lot of these motherfuckers just put shit on that they don't even have a choice for. You get it? You know what I mean? Shit I got on right now and I picked out. I feel good in, you know what I mean? Feel me? Mr. Complete Pants, Mr. Complete Hoodie, you already know. Off-whites, you feel me? Type shit we on right now. But that's how we do. It's an off day. Get it? It's an off day. You're going to try. You're going to take chances. And sometimes you just might not succeed. Sometimes you're going to get knocked down in this world. And sometimes it's going to hurt. Sometimes you might get bruised. Sometimes you might get hurt. But one thing you got to not forget about is don't ever give up. Keep your foot on that gas pedal. Don't ever let up. Whatever you're passionate about, whatever you're dreaming about, make it happen. And don't listen to a person that's trying to steer you away from it. If you're that much passionate about it, go for it. And don't believe in the people that tend to tell you you won't make it or you can't do it. If you feel you can do it, go for it. And you gotta understand, sometimes you gotta learn to take criticism. All criticism is not good, but sometimes you gotta learn how to take it. Shout out to the ASAP mob. You already fucking know this is ASAP TyY signing in. I got a new fucking mixtape, new EP coming out. You already fucking know. Get that new mixtape, Troubles of the World. You already fucking know. Bang, bang, bang. Early. We out.